What's up guys, Jimzor here and welcome to HSG Academy. Today we're gonna talk about a simple and effective execute you can do on Overpass on the A side. But before I get into this video, I wanna say that this strat might not always be the same. Any strat doesn't always have to be the same. Sometimes there can be smokes missing, there can be nades missing, flashes and stuff like that. And why? Because you waste time, you waste utility to get space in the map. So remember, you don't need to panic, you need to do everything as planned with just say less players, or you can do something different. It's all good. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of teams usually fail. Sometimes they go too fast, they lose players, they lose nades, and then they panic and they don't know how to react. So let's get into details of the video now. So we're gonna have 5 players for this execute. This is gonna be done with 5 players. And let's start with the first player first, which is gonna be the Opper. It's gonna be the AWP player. And what he has to do is he has to check these angles. This one has to check this angle. He has to check this angle. Someone trying to get info, jumping on top of this track like this. A lot of cities try to do this to get info for someone being long A. So this is what the Opper has to do. You're gonna check like this, these angles, and also another play that cities like to do is stay in this position with M4 and try to strafe and see if someone is playing long A. So you're gonna have a chance to kill these guys and help your team with the execute. So it's good if you manage to have an Opper come here and let his teammate get close and get ready to explode. So this is the first player. Like I said, let's say he doesn't have an op and he has an AK. Let's say he has an AK, he cannot afford an op. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna set up for a smoke that lands in this position, a smoke that lands here. And what this smoke does is it eliminates the possibility of someone taking info from this or someone playing on this side. So I'm gonna show you how to do the smoke now. So what you have to do for the smoke is come in this position, you see this black bar, you try to align this with the 2 T's, there's 2 T's, go back. So this needs to be here in the middle of the 2 T's. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna look on the second, you make sure this is here, you look on the second T, bottom of it, and you throw like this. So this smoke lands here, as you can see, and it allows you to get close without being seen. Also, there's only one thing the city player can do in order to see you. What he can do is he can do some kind of boost like this to see over the smoke and try to kill someone with AWP and get info like that. But this is the only play he can do, so this is a very useful smoke to do. Remember, you can do the smoke if you don't have an op. If you have an op, only thing you need to do is you're gonna flash, maybe do some flash like this. So as the flash pops, you pick and make sure to kill anyone playing here or here. And what else you do is you play kind of a support role and you let your teammate get close, your other teammate who's gonna play long A, and get ready to swarm the site with his teammates after the call. So you're playing a support role player if you have an op in this execute. So this is what the first player needs to do. Let's move on to the second player now. So the second player is gonna have the AK, gonna be a rifler. Let's say this is smoke, let's say this is not smoke. He does the same thing, he's gonna cross like this and set up for a smoke that lands bank. So what's happening with this smoke, guys? There's a lot of teams, there's a lot of professional players, not only semi-professionals, that do this smoke wrong. And what do I mean by doing this smoke wrong? There's a lot of people that do this smoke like this. And what's the problem with this smoke is that it allows people to go in the left side of it, the city, and kill people coming from highway, trying to cross to the central box and stuff like that. So you need to make sure to do this smoke correctly. you need to make sure this chance is eliminated. And how you're gonna throw the smoke. I have seen someone doing this in the E-Link Major, failing the smoke, and the cities won the round with this guy getting in the left side and killing people crossing. So how you're gonna do this smoke correctly? You're gonna come in this part of the wall, this white part, and you're gonna make sure the A, this letter, the A, is inside these black bars. So as soon as it's inside these bars, you're gonna look on the top right side of the A, like this, and throw. So as you can see, this is a very good smoke. Let it pop. You can see perfect smoke for bank. There's no chance someone can pick like this. He can't see anything. He can't pick like this. Perfect smoke for bank. So this is what the second player needs to do. And after he throws the smoke, he starts going like this, waiting for the teammates' calls. He's gonna check this position. A lot of players like to have, a lot of city teams like to have one player like this in this position. So you need to be very careful about someone playing here. After you make sure no one is here, you start picking the side like this. Make sure no one is playing on track side, and then you start taking more space in A side. So you do this smoke, also one more time, top right side, throw, and then you start going, picking all these positions, and going out after the flash pops. So this is what the second player needs to do. Now we're gonna move on to the third player, and the third player needs to be the player that takes control of bathroom. He's not gonna set up for any nades. What he has to do is make sure no one is playing in this area. No one is playing bathroom. There's a lot of city operators that like to get in this position, like this, and trying to kill someone crossing, then go back like this, trying to kill one more, or something like this. So how you can eliminate this chance? So let's say you're playing like this, you have control of this area, you need to take control of this first. You have control, then you go like this. So there is a molly you can throw. This is a good molly, you can throw a molly like this. This is a good molly, maybe walk a little bit more. So this is a very good molly you can throw, like this. Good molly, it doesn't allow anyone to pick from bathroom, and it allows you, on the other hand, to gain space. So you can throw this molly, very interesting, as a nade, and then start picking like this, getting space, and being safe at the same time. So let's say you don't have the nade. Let's say you used your nade to get control of the area. Maybe you used it in this position. Maybe you used it somewhere else, I don't know, for connector. So you don't have the molly, you don't have anything to get him out of the angle. What you can do is use your movement. You jump like this, jump, and make sure to make the operator miss his shot. That's playing here. You make him miss the shot, and you make him fall back to the side and play more passive, helping his teammates. So this is what the third player needs to do. So you can use your movement, make him miss his shots, and then you are very careful, and you start strafing like this. You need to strafe, guys, remember, use your movement. If you don't have nades, you always need to use your movement to gain control of the map. So you go like this, make sure no one is in this position too. You start checking these positions, someone playing here as well. Then you need to watch like this. And then you need to be very careful for someone being boosted over this and trying to kill someone crossing. So you need to be careful about all these angles like this. Watch the boost, make sure no one is here. Then start picking like this, going slow. Make sure no one is here. And as soon as you are in this position, you are ready to go after your call from the teammate. After the call from your teammate. So you get to this position, going slow, methodically, taking space. And as soon as you are ready, flash pops, and you go out. Be very careful about this position. Start going. Also, look like this. Maybe there's a lot of people that like to play on top of this trash can as well, holding like this. So when you go out, you need to check these angles first, and then start going and taking space for your team. So yeah, this is what the third player needs to do. If you have the molly, it's more easy, you throw the molly and then pick with the molly. So that's all. Let's move on to the fourth player now. And the fourth player is gonna be the player that is gonna be setting up for nades. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna smoke city ramp, this area, headshot, city ramp. He's gonna smoke city ramp, smoke, and then double flash. He can throw one flash over this roof, which is gonna blind anyone on the side, and then he can do some other flash that will blind anyone playing in these positions, and will make the whole work easier for the third player and for his teammates as well. So what he's gonna do in the start, after he has control of the area, he's gonna go like this, jump on top of this bench, go in the middle of it like this, and you can see there's these symbols, these signs here, the bathroom signs. So you look on the woman sign, you can look on her head like this, crouch, go a bit more above, you can see on the leaf like this, like here, and throw. Make sure it's above your head like this, and you throw. So this is gonna be a perfect smoke, I guess, for city ramp. As you can see, this is a very good smoke, and it's very useful because it wastes time and it doesn't allow the rotators to get picks while you are doing the execute. And it also allows your players to get close without being seen. So this is a very good smoke, and it's not hard to fail. You can always throw the smoke correctly. Go like this, crouch, you can look on her head, crouch, above, and throw. You cannot fail this. Well, it's very reliable as a smoke. So yeah, you throw this smoke, and after you throw the smoke, what you can do is have very good communication with your teammates. The third player needs to be already in this position, and the second player needs to be here already, close. He needs to be close to here already. You say, I am ready. I am smoking city ramp, flashing once, first flash pops. This player, you remember, the third player starts going, then this player starts going as well. Then after he throws the first flash, he can throw another flash that lands like this, and look like this, throw this flash, and then go and help his teammates. This is a good flash, and what this flash does, it blinds anyone playing in these positions, and it doesn't blind your teammate. Oh, maybe you have to walk a bit more, but yeah, you get my point. You can throw this flash too. Come like this, maybe walk a bit. This should be better. You throw this flash too, and then the third player, you remember, he is able to pick like this with the other player and make sure that no one is playing in these positions. So this flash is good. If you don't want to do the flash, you want to double flash the side, then you can just throw two flashes on side like this and then go with your team. This is another option as well, but I like to do this flash instead, which lands behind me and lets me pick like this, make sure no one is in these positions. So this is what the fourth player needs to do. He needs to set up for the nades. And let's move on to the last player now. It's gonna be the fifth player. And what this player needs to do is he's gonna be the support player, and he's gonna support his teammate that is throwing the nades. So how he's gonna do this? He's gonna come like this, and when he's throwing the nades, he needs to make sure no one is pushing him and trying to kill him with his nades on hand. So there's a lot of aggressive options you can do on the city side. So this is the counter. You need to support like this. So there's a chance, a lot of times you can see this smoke being thrown, which lands on highway like this, and it wastes time. So let's say you're trying to do the execute. As soon as you go to your positions, you see this smoke being thrown from cities. What you can do, you have two options if you see this smoke. First one, you can either respect the smoke, wait for it to dissolve, and then set up for your execute. This is one option you have. The other option you have, let me make the smoke is here. Other option you have is you can have one of the players either setting up, the other one, as soon as he set up, he's gonna do a flash like this, a pop flash, go over the smoke and pick like this, make sure no one is close. So make sure to do this pop flash watch like this, watch high. So if you can see like this, it lands behind you, which means that it's gonna blind anyone playing in this position, but it's not gonna blind you. So you don't have to turn around from this flash. Maybe you can do it a little bit more forward so it blinds someone here as well. But yeah, you get my point. This is not gonna flash you, it's gonna flash only the players playing in front of the flash. So this is a good play. Let's say you don't have time left, you are doing this execute with like 25 seconds left, 30 seconds left, you wanna rush, then this is a good option. You can do the pop flash and go. But if you have time, if your in-game leader thinks that we can wait for the smoke, not a big deal, then you just wait, you respect the smoke, wait for it to dissolve, and then do the same as I explained before. And you need to be very careful for this position as well. So the fifth player again, I will just go in detail of what the fifth player needs to do. He's gonna support like this, the player throwing the nades, and when he throws the smoke, he's gonna set up for the first flash, and this player needs to start going. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna be very careful with these positions. Very careful about this position. He needs to have his crosshair like this. You see? And there is two reasons to have your crosshair like this when you're picking highway. First reason to do that is because a lot of oppers, a lot of players like to have a position like this and trying to kill players crossing highway. This is a very common position, and this is one reason that you need to have your crosshair high. Some other players like to go like this and more ballsy plays and like to watch someone going out of connector in the start of the round and stuff like that. So you need to have your crosshair high, and there's actually another reason for that, and the other reason is because a lot of players like to do some jump spots from this central box like this, trying to get info for bathrooms and highway at the same time. So they go like this. Maybe some horse players do these jumps. This is not bad either, because if you crouch jump, you fuck up the hitbox, so it's harder for them to headshot you. But some more unexperienced players will just go like this, and this is not a good jump spot. You can easily kill someone if you have your crosshair high and you're picking, making sure no one is in these positions. So as soon as you make sure no one is here, maybe you can wait a bit to see if someone is picking. Then you start going like this, second flash pops, and then you pick these positions. After you see no one is here, you start going, making sure no one is playing in track. Why? Because this is gonna be smoked, this is gonna be smoked, there's no reason to watch these positions, you only have to worry about this, track, and this position, and these positions if it's not mollied, the central box. Another thing you can do, this player, when he's going, the second player, when he's like this, he can throw a molly that bounces off this track and lands behind this central box. This is a good molly you can throw to make sure no one is playing behind the box. And like I said, this just confirms that not everything needs to be the same on an execute, on a strategy. Sometimes you can use more nades, sometimes you can use less nades. So this is a good nade you can use as well to make sure no one is playing on the side. So then you only have to worry about someone here and someone playing on track. So this player, he goes like this, watch, as soon as this player comes out as well, and they start to take side together. So this is what the last player has to do. So let me make a small recap. First player is the opper. Let me get the op. He has the op. If he has the op, he can just do a flash like this. Flash pops, you pick. Maybe you can do a better flash if you throw like this. Maybe this is a little bit better. Maybe this is better. So you can pick like this, make sure no one is in this position. Bang. Then watch for someone jumping on top. Maybe you can headshot him or stuff like that. So this is what the first player needs to do. If he doesn't have up, he has the AK. What he does, he's gonna smoke this position, which allows you to come close and explode. So this is the first player. Second player needs to do the bank smoke and get close. So you do this smoke, get close and be ready to explode as soon as the flash pops. So this is the second player. The third player takes space of bathroom. Can go like this, can throw a molly. This one. Smoke pops, you pick. And start getting info slowly. If you don't have a molly, like I said before, you just use your movement. You use your movement to make sure no one is playing bathroom area. Let me show again. So you just use your movement like this, strafe, these positions, strafe, strafe, strafe. Check these positions a lot. Maybe someone is playing here, maybe someone is playing here. This is a good position. Fair on SK likes to hold this angle a lot, maybe with UMP or something. So you check these positions, make sure to hold the boost like this, make sure no one is boosting, and then jiggle pick like this, make sure no one is here, hold this angle, and then you are ready to go. And this is the third player. Fourth player is setting up for the smokes and flashes. Gonna go like this. He's gonna smoke city ramp. Oh, you smoke like this, and then he's gonna double flash for his teammates. One flash like this, it's a good flash, and the other you just watch in this position, maybe like this. Run a bit if you want. Very good. You don't need to turn your back because it will be behind you already, and you throw this flash. As you can see, it's gonna blind everyone playing in these positions. So this is what the fourth player needs to do, and the fifth player, the last player, needs to support him while he's setting up for the smokes. Then he needs to start going. He puts his crosshair like this, wait for a bit, make sure no one is picking, puts his crosshair like this, and then after the flash pops, he picks and then gets the site together with his other two teammates. So if you see the smoke here, you can either respect it or use a pop flash and go through the smoke. So this is pretty much it, pretty much all for this strategy. It's pretty simple, like I said, pretty simplistic strategy. You can, like I said again, you can add more stuff. You can add this molly if you want. This molly, you can also do a molly that lands, I think you throw from here, and like this, should land on track. Something like this, it needs to bounce off this thing and lands on track as well. It's a good molly. Or you can do this one and get the side. But yeah, I just explained in general what the players need to do so this strategy works out. This is pretty much all. One thing I want to add, and this is as a tip, take it as a tip for you guys. So what I think is wrong is a lot of players, a lot of in-game leaders teams say, so we have the execute, we have practiced this execute, and they say, let's go guys, we're gonna start the round, go to your positions fast, and let's do the execute, as we have practiced. So this is bad, this is a bad goal in my opinion, especially in maps like Overpass. This map, in T-side especially, you need to go very slow, very methodical, you need to take control of this area, either with your movement. It's better if you can take space with nades in this map, and how you can do that I will get maybe in this on another video. I'll get more into this in another video. You just throw a molly like this, which lands here, doesn't allow people to pick from this. You can throw a smoke as well that lands here, and you can use your flashes, stuff like that, to get control of this area. So first off, that's what you need to do in my opinion. You need to get control, and then after you have the info as well, you set up for the execute. But it's up to you, this is just my opinion, and why I'm saying that is because sometimes the cities like to be aggressive, so they might have aggressive setups, they might have bait setups, they might have a lot of different setups and strategies. So if you are trying to go and do the execute fast, you might get caught off guard, you might get caught with your nades on hand, and it can go very, very wrong. And there's also another reason for that, which is that a lot of teams and players, especially tier 2 teams and tier 3 teams, it's not easy for them to adapt when something goes wrong. So they have something planned. If something goes wrong, they lose a player, they lose the most important player or something, they don't know what to do, and they mess up the round. So that's also another reason. You need to go slow, very slow, methodical, especially in T-side. And another reason for that is that you have also more info on the map. So let's say you start with a default. Usually in default, you have one player holding B like this, maybe with a WP, holding like this. So maybe you can see that there's an op picking on city there, so you have more info as well on the map. So that's also another reason why, in my opinion, it's not good, especially in this map, to do executes fast in the round. So yeah guys, this is pretty much all. That's all there is to it. I hope you guys liked it, and I will try to make some more videos soon. And until then, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.